Hey there, Craven Comics back with another video for you. Now I know it's been a minute. Unfortunately, July has been a very busy month for me, and I do have some somber news to report. One of the things that's been keeping me busy, unfortunately, was my mother just recently passed away. I had to go down and attend to some of that. Uh, now, my mother obviously was a big part in me collecting comics because I would go out and she would be the one to buy them for me when we went shopping to the grocery store or the gas stations. Back when they sold them on the newsstands and spinner racks. And she was one that always encouraged me to read comic books because it promoted reading. There were several times where I would come across a word because Marvel didn't dumb down their dialogue for the kids. There were words that I would come across that I maybe didn't understand or couldn't figure out in the context, and I'd have to go to her to figure out what they were saying and what it meant. So she always did promote or encourage me to read comics, so she was a big part of my comic book collecting, in addition to actually just buying them for me when I was a kid. So, in honor of her and that, I'm just going to take a minute. We're going to go black here for just a minute and just honor her memory, and then we'll be back to continue this video in just a second. Okay, so continuing with that, while I was down there for some of the services, I was able to go through some of my old things that were still at our house. Briefly, I didn't get to dig through everything, but I got to look through some of the books, and I found what you see before you, some of these little mini comics that I used to have. And the Masters of the Universe, I believe that one came actually with one of the figures. I'm not sure where the Captain America one came from, or the Spider-Man, to be honest with you. The Spider-Man, this is a reprint, and I don't know, it doesn't say what it's a reprint of, or what issue number it's a reprint of, but it is a reprint of an Amazing Spider-Man story from, I think, 1977. It says this particular book came out in 1987. But yeah, that's a little mini comic. I have a Dark Horse one here as well. I don't remember where this one came from, to be honest with you, but it's got an advertisement for Ghost from Dark Horse on the back, and then of course the Captain America. Probably also a reprint, I would imagine. I didn't actually look through this one yet. It's a little bent there on the end, but there you go. That's that. And I got a few other books that I'm going to show you, and a couple more that I got from my mom's house that was part of my collection. Let me flip the camera angle and I'll get right back to it. Okay, so in one of my older videos from last year, if you've watched it, I went through some of my Daredevil collection, and I remember there was one specific book that I was still missing, that I knew I had a copy of. It had to have been at my mom's house somewhere with my old collection. Well, last year, probably last August, I went to a local comic book con that we have here, and I ended up finding a copy of it. So I ended up buying a copy just because I wasn't sure where my original copy was. So that's the one I bought last year at the comic book convention. It's Daredevil number 256, which is, I believe, the second appearance of Typhoid Mary, or it's an early appearance. Well, when I went back to my mom's house this last time and was going through my stuff, I was able to finally find my original copy of this book. It was sitting face down, so I saw the back, which was an advertisement, and I guess I thought it was something else. But anyway, this is the original copy. You can see it's the newsstand edition there. It's not as in good of a shape as the other one is. It's got, obviously, it's been sitting loose for all these years. Got a little bit of a tear on the corner right there. Yeah, it's it's got some signs of age to it, but it's my original copy. That's it. I knew I had it somewhere, so I finally got it. I also knew that I was missing another Spider-Man story that involved Kraven the Hunter. I did find that one as well, and again, this is what happens when you don't bag and board your comics, kids. These things end up getting torn up. This was sitting at the bottom of my crate, and this is Web of Spider-Man number 31. As you can see, the cover is completely torn off on that one, but this is the storyline with Kraven the Hunter. The back is actually just ripped right there. You know, it's got some tears in the corner, but yeah, that's it. Now you can still read it. All the panels and the pages are still there, so you can still read. You can still read this one, but it's definitely seen better days, to say the least. But there you go. I knew I was missing another one. There it is. So I think I now have all of the ones that I was missing. Alright, well, during this time I have been able to pick up some comic books here and there, and I got a couple major keys in as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go through those. I got a pretty large stack. Let me show you what I did get, because I know it's been a while. So I've got a lot to go through. Starting with from New Comic Book Day, Bill and Ted Roll the Dice, issue number 2 from Opus. Somehow missed it, issue number 1. I didn't see it when this one came out, but basically Bill and Ted get sent to this hell dimension, and they're playing some like live action version of D&D. Interesting. Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer. I've been getting this one since this came out. This is issue number 3, also from Opus Comics. Interesting story and really cool artwork in there. From the artist Jamie Tyndall, this is one of his creations. This is Miss Meow, issue number 2, featuring cover art by Jamie Tyndall. I grabbed issue number 1 when that one came out, and I saw issue number 2, so I picked that one up as well. And also from the same creator, also from Jamie Tyndall, from the same universe storyline, this is Death Rage, issue number 1. So I grabbed that one too. Continuing with some of these more independent books, Antarctic Press. This was Catgirl number 1. Just came out. Don't know anything about it, but I picked it up just for the heck of it. Also Antarctic Press. This is Jungle Comics. This is a collection of, I believe, like 4 different short stories that are in there. From Dynamite, Immortal Red Sonja, issue number 4. I've been grabbing that one. You know, it's okay. I don't know what's going on over there. Their interior art has been kind of average or below average. They've been killing it with the covers. They're getting some great cover artists and doing some great cover art on these Red Sonja books, but the interior art just isn't up to par like it used to be. I don't know what the deal is. Here's one I did not know about, and I wish I had discovered this sooner. This is Saturday Morning Adventures G.I. Joe by IDW Comics. This is issue number 4. What's really cool about this one is that it's based off of the cartoon series, and not only is it based off of it, it looks like it, not just the cover. The interior artwork, I'm sorry, I forget the artist's name, but whoever's doing the interior artwork is doing an outstanding bang-up job, because it looks exactly like the cartoon. The characters are drawn just like they were drawn in the cartoons, which is just really amazing. Really cool, fun read. So I recommend this one if you haven't come across it yet. I'm going to look for some more of these. I think this was the last issue. I think it was only 4 issues, so I got to find the other 3. So I've been picking up Spawn on a pretty regular basis. This is Spawn issue number 331. Just you know, there's an example of a book that's consistently had good artwork. And then this came out a little while back, but this is Iron Cat issue number 1. It's kind of a spin-off from the Black Cat series that came out a few years ago. I got that issue as well as a variant, a Scotty Young variant cover. So those are pretty cool. Alright, continuing on from New Comic Book Day, Wolverine issue number 23, with a slight homage to another Wolverine cover featuring Deadpool. It was the first appearance of Deadpool. Well, the first meeting between Wolverine and Deadpool. All new, all different Savage Avengers issue number 3. I just picked that one up. That's another variant cover. The new Fantastic Four issue number 2. This is a new story based off of the new Fantastic Four storyline from the original Fantastic Four back in the day. Venom Lethal Protector, issue number 4. I picked that one up. I've been grabbing the Lethal Protectors as much as I can. Into the Star Wars universe now. Star Wars The Mandalorian, issue number 1. I had to pick that one up as soon as I saw it. This is actually just an adaptation of the TV series, so it's nothing new. It's basically the first episode of the show in comic book form, but so cool to have. Star Wars Darth Vader, issue number 25. The Darth Vader books are pretty good. This one, I have not been keeping up with this particular one. This is just Star Wars issue number 25, but I got the variant edition cover featuring the Choose Your Destiny, the Luke Skywalker with his lightsaber and picture Luke Skywalker. I also have the cover that's exactly like this with Obi-Wan and the cover like this with Darth Vader, so I decided to get this one to kind of have the trilogy set there, you know. This one, again, I hadn't been keeping up with the series. I grabbed a few of the early issues but then stopped, but the cover caught my eye. It's a really cool cover. This is Alien Annual issue number 1, so annual 1 there. And then a couple DC books, so you know, don't say I don't ever give DC love. I do from time to time. Here is the Jurassic League issue number 3. Been following that one. Black Adam, the Justice Society Files, Hawkman number 1. This is kind of a prequel prelude to the Black Adam movie that's going to be coming out. This one's obviously focused on Hawkman. And then Flashpoint Beyond, issue number 3 is 6. Alright, so that does it for my new comic book day pickups. Let me go through some back issues that I've also picked up during this time. So I'm going to clear this out and we'll get going on those. Alright, now these are some various back issues that I found at different places. Some of them are at my local comic book shop. Some were at another comic book shop that I went to out of town. Some were from Second and Charles. I don't remember which ones came from where. Well, I remember some of them, but not all of them. So you have to forgive me on that. But we're going to start with DC. Continuing from, obviously, I ended with DC there in the last section. So this is War of the Gods. The Demon. Well, this is just, it's the Demon. It's War of the Gods storyline. But it's the Demon, issue number 17. This one, I do remember I picked up from Second and Charles. And a nice homage cover to Gone with the Wind there. Also picked up another issue number 17. This is Catwoman. I've grabbed a few of these from Second and Charles, and this was another one that I found. I've been liking that one actually. And then they had a whole row of, or a whole stack of Dr. Fate books that I grabbed. My son likes Dr. Fate. This is issue number 14. This is issue number 15, featuring the Justice League. Unfortunately, that one has a little bit of a stain, water damage on that issue. But these are all $1. Dr. Fate issue number 16. So for $1 each, they weren't bad. Dr. Fate issue number 17. And Dr. Fate issue number 18. Alright, Marvel here. Night Watch issue number 4. Guest starring Warrant, one of the early appearances of Warrant, apparently from Web of Spider-Man. Now here's one I have been keeping an eye out for, and I finally found it at Second and Charles, and again this was $1. It was 95 cents. This is Backlash number 1, one of those image titles from the early 90s, or early to mid 90s. And I've been looking for this one. I didn't realize this was actually issue number 1. It's kind of hard to see the issue number up there because of the coloring. But I recognized what issue. I remembered the cover of issue number 1, and I remembered that this wasn't it. So I was thinking this was just a different issue, but I grabbed it anyway for $1. Then when I got home and actually looked at it, realized it is issue number 1. So I thought, well, maybe this is a variant cover or something, and it sort of is. But here's the interesting thing. Let me open this up for you real quick and show you. So they did have this variant cover, obviously, but I don't know how rare this one is, because this is not just a variant cover. It actually has 2 covers. That is the original cover that I've been looking for. That's the one I remembered. Now it doesn't just have a front cover and then, oh, here's a copy picture of the front cover for the first page. No, no, no. This is actually a full second cover on it. So I don't know how rare this is because it's got two complete covers. Even on the back, this is the back cover of the outside portion, and then on the inside, sorry, I'm trying to do this with the camera, there's another whole other back cover for the front portion cover. There it is. It's two covers. It's got a cover, a front and back cover wrapped by another front and back cover. So again, I don't know how rare this one is, but I mean, you know, for 95 cents, I was going to buy it anyway for 95 cents. That's you know, that's not the issue there. It's just a matter of, I don't know how rare this is. This is obviously an alternate variant cover that they made for it. I don't know if all of the variant covers came double covered like that, or if this was some sort of printing area during the printing process where some of these books got two covers thrown on them for some reason by accident. So some of you know, leave a comment. That would help. I don't know. It's just really interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Maybe once or twice, but I can't even recall off the top of my head seeing two full complete covers like that. So it's interesting. I think there was a Marvel one that had something like that, but it was a second printing, if I remember right, for that one. This is a first printing. Both covers on the inside say first printing. So, all right, continuing on, some more Second and Charles finds. I do remember some of these from Second and Charles. Wolverine Doombringer. I'm not sure. This is just a one-shot, I believe, but it's Wolverine, so I had to get it. Wolverine with a team up with Silver Samurai. Fairly thick book. This is actually square bound, so it's I don't know if you can even see that, but yeah, okay, pretty thick book. And again, it was $1. A lot of these were just $1, maybe $2 for a couple of them. Grimm Fairy Tales from Zenescope, issue number 4, The Princess and the Frog. Found that at Second and Charles as well. Some more Second and Charles here. Tome, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. This is from Crusade Comics, which puts out SHI, as well as a couple other ones. Anyway, that was issue number 0, and then this is issue number 2 that I found, $1 each. And then I grabbed an Amazing Spider-Man issue number 92. I believe I've got up to 91 so far on that one, so I picked that one up. Okay, I think that does it for the Second and Charles finds. So these are some more back issues. Some of these I got off of eBay, and some of these I got from my local comic shop. Venom number 4, just a cool tribute cover there to McFarlane. Here's Transformers the movie adaptation, comic book adaptation. It was a 3-issue limited series. I have 1 and 3 from when I was a kid. Somehow I missed issue number 2. So I found a copy of it and I grabbed that one. Let's see, these two I just recently got from my comic book shop, my LCS. Noir, issue number 1 and issue number 2 from Dynamite, featuring Miss Fury, Black Sparrow, and the first one guest star is The Shadow. And then from Dark Horse Comics, this is Ghost, issue number 3. No relation to the Marvel version. See, I believe these were in a 50-cent bin at a different comic book shop that I had gone to. This is Brigade, issue number 3. These early Image titles, man, I'm a sucker for them. And then from Valiant, again for 50 cents, Ninjak, issue number 00. I have a few of the Ninjak issues. I think this is, I guess, supposed to be an origin or something. There was one before this, I guess issue 0 and then 00. I'm assuming, I didn't see the first one, but I found this one for 50 cents. And then these were a couple bucks, maybe $3 or $4, I believe. Amazing Spider-Man number 1, Renew Your Vows miniseries, came out a few years back. So I found the issue 1, issue 2, and issue 3 on those. Alright, last couple ones I got for you. These are all Red Sonja related. Spoiler alert. So this is a back issue of the Red Sonja She-Devil with a Sword from the Dynamite series that came out in 2005. This is issue number 2, which I already have that one, but this was a variant cover that I didn't have that I liked, so I went ahead and grabbed it. I'm not collecting all the variant covers, but if I see one that I like, I'll grab one. And I like that one, so I picked that one up. Now here's a couple of the keys that I got, some big keys that I just recently picked up off of eBay. Conan the Barbarian, issue number 58. This is the first appearance of Belet, or Balet. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I don't think anybody knows how to pronounce it. I've talked to a few people who are all Conan fans, and nobody can seem to agree on the pronunciation. But anyway, Belet, big character from Conan. This is her first appearance in comics, so that was a cool find. And then my really big pickup, the really big major key for me, because I'm a huge Red Sonja fan, I did find Conan the Barbarian, issue number 24, the second appearance of Red Sonja, her first cover on Conan. Very happy to get that one. Eventually I'll try to get her first appearance, but I found this one. I had to hop on that one at a good price, so I'm happy to have that one in my collection now. Alright, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Again, I'm sorry for, the amount of time that's passed since my previous video and this one, but life happens sometimes. So I'll get some more videos out for you guys soon. I still want to go through my Spider-Man books. I got a few other videos I'm going to do, so just keep an eye out and continue to collect what you love. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you later.